I once knew a software engineer, brilliant guy, the kind of person who could solve complex coding problems in his head while walking to get coffee. But when it came to food, he ate the exact same thing every single day. Oatmeal for breakfast, turkey sandwich for lunch, chicken and rice for dinner. No variation, no experimentation, no interest in trying anything new. When I asked him why, he looked at me like I'd asked the strangest question. "Food is just fuel," he said. "Why would I waste mental energy deciding what to eat when I already know what works?" That moment made me realize something. Highly intelligent people often have the weirdest, most rigid, most inexplicable food habits. And it's not random. There's actual psychology behind why smart people eat strange. Today, we're breaking down the strange food and eating habits of high IQ individuals, and why brilliance and bizarre eating patterns seem to go hand in hand. Let's start with the most common pattern: eating the same thing every day. Steve Jobs wore the same black turtleneck every day. Mark Zuckerberg wears the same gray t-shirt. Albert Einstein reportedly had multiple versions of the same suit. And when it comes to food, many high IQ individuals apply the same logic. They eat identical meals day after day, sometimes for years. This isn't about lacking creativity. It's about something psychologists call decision fatigue. Every decision you make throughout the day depletes your mental resources. What to wear, what to work on, what to say, what to prioritize. High IQ individuals, especially those in cognitively demanding fields, are making hundreds of complex decisions daily. Food decisions feel like a waste of valuable cognitive bandwidth. Research from Cornell University found that the average person makes over 200 food-related decisions every day. What to eat, when to eat, how much to eat, where to eat. For someone whose brain is solving equations, writing code, or managing complex systems, that's 200 decisions they'd rather not make, so they automate it. Same breakfast, same lunch, same dinner. The decision is made once, and then it's done forever. This frees up mental energy for the work that actually matters to them. Barack Obama once said in an interview, "I don't want to make decisions about what I'm eating or wearing because I have too many other decisions to make." And he's not alone. High IQ individuals across fields, scientists, engineers, writers, mathematicians, report the same pattern. Food is functional, not recreational. Here's another strange pattern. High IQ people forget to eat. Not because they're trying to skip meals or because they're on a diet. They literally forget. They get so deeply absorbed in whatever they're working on that hunger signals don't register. Hours pass. The body is saying, "Feed me," but the brain is saying, "Not now." We're busy solving this problem. This is called hyperfocus, and it's especially common in people with high IQ who also have ADHD or autistic traits. When their brain locks onto something intellectually stimulating, everything else, including basic biological needs, fades into the background. Nikola Tesla was famously known for going days eating very little because he was so consumed by his work. Isaac Newton allegedly once boiled his watch instead of an egg because he was too distracted by mathematical problems to notice what he was doing. Research on cognitive absorption shows that people engaged in highly complex mental tasks experience reduced sensitivity to physical discomfort, including hunger. Their brain is so occupied that it doesn't process the body's signals until they become impossible to ignore. By the time they realize they're hungry, they're often shaky, irritable, or completely exhausted. This also explains why many high IQ people eat at very irregular times. They don't eat because it's noon. They eat because they finally notice they're starving, which could be at 3 p.m. or 9 p.m. or 2 in the morning. High IQ individuals, especially those on the autism spectrum or with sensory processing differences, often have intense food aversions based on texture. It's not about the taste. It's about how the food feels in their mouth. Mushy foods might trigger a gag reflex. Anything slimy is unbearable. Mixed textures are a sensory nightmare. So they end up eating a very narrow range of foods, often the same beige, predictable items: crackers, plain pasta, chicken nuggets, toast. This is called sensory processing sensitivity, and it's more common in people with higher IQs. Their nervous systems are more reactive to stimuli. What feels like a minor texture to most people feels overwhelming to them. A piece of food with an unexpected lump or sliminess can genuinely ruin their entire meal. Studies show a higher prevalence of food selectivity among children with above-average IQs, and many carry these preferences into adulthood. It's not pickiness, it's a neurological difference in how their brain processes sensory input. This also explains why many high IQ people eat kid foods well into adulthood. Mac and cheese, grilled cheese, chicken tenders. These foods are texturally predictable, safe, and free of surprises. For someone with heightened sensory sensitivity, predictability is comfort. Another common pattern: high IQ people prefer to eat alone. Not because they're antisocial, though many are introverted, but because social eating is cognitively exhausting. You have to make conversation, monitor social cues, eat at the same pace as others, pretend to care about small talk while internally running through the work problem you were thinking about before you sat down. For many high IQ individuals, eating is a task to complete efficiently, and doing it with others slows that process down. They'd rather eat quickly and silently at their desk, or standing in the kitchen, or while reading, than sit through a prolonged social meal. This ties into what psychologists call social cognitive load. For people whose brains are already operating at high capacity, adding social interaction to a functional activity like eating feels like unnecessary multitasking. Research shows that introverted, high IQ individuals report significantly lower satisfaction with group meals compared to extroverted individuals. The meal itself is fine. The social performance required to participate is draining. High IQ people also eat at weird times. Breakfast at 2 p.m., dinner at midnight, a full meal at 4 in the morning. Their eating schedule has nothing to do with societal norms and everything to do with when their brain is done working. This is because many highly intelligent people operate on non-traditional schedules. Their peak productivity might be late at night or very early morning. They're not constrained by 9 to 5 work hours, so their eating hours aren't constrained either. There's also the reality that many high IQ individuals work in fields where time becomes irrelevant when you're deep in a problem. Programmers, researchers, writers, artists. When you're in flow state, the clock disappears. You eat when the work allows it, not when the clock says it's lunchtime. Studies on chronotypes show that people with higher IQs are more likely to be night owls. Their circadian rhythm is shifted, and their eating schedule shifts with it. Finally, some high IQ people treat food like a performance enhancer. They're not eating for pleasure. They're eating for brain function. They've researched which foods optimize focus, which ones cause brain fog, and which ones sustain energy without crashes. And they eat accordingly, sometimes in ways that seem bizarre to everyone else. Eating only protein and fat to avoid carb crashes. Drinking bulletproof coffee instead of breakfast. Taking omega-3 supplements religiously. Timing meals around work sprints. It's all calculated. This is called nutritional optimization, and it's the food equivalent of biohacking. High IQ individuals often approach their diet like an experiment. What inputs produce the best cognitive outputs? There's also intermittent fasting, which has become extremely popular among high IQ communities. Research supports some of this. Studies show that ketones produced during fasting can enhance cognitive function. So if you're a high IQ person with strange eating habits, it's not about being difficult or eccentric. It might be about eliminating decision fatigue. It might be hyperfocus, making you forget to eat. Intelligence doesn't always look the way people expect. Sometimes it looks like eating the same sandwich every day for 10 years. Thanks for watching Food and Psychology. Subscribe for more on why you eat the way you do.